Right, here we go again. We are back. And this time, remember when a while back, I used to do some reactions to Karl's interviews and such. Well, I kind of missed that. So today I was like, you know what, let me bring that back. And I realized there were a few actually still on the list I haven't even gotten to. My God, it's like his stuff. Karl Pilkington's content, for somebody who is supposedly not a, not a dedicated professional, comedian, actor and such, well, his content seems to be infinite. I just cannot seem to get to the end of his content. It's unbelievable. So I figured, you know what? Why not? This time around, we have Karl, Ricky and Steven, Channel 4. I don't even know. It just says Karl, Ricky and Steven, Channel 4. It aired in 2011. So, presumably promoting, maybe promoting the animated show? I don't know. Well, we shall see. Three simple reactions for this. Three simple reactions. Three simple rules for this reaction will be not applicable. I'm just not gonna follow those. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. And Karl, Ricky and Steven, Channel 4. Lego.
When we were kids, definitely not.
I don't think so. I'd have picked on him and bullied him, the nerd.
Well, I'd have been, you wouldn't, because I'd have been at home studying and writing my poetry.
It's a good one, that. Yeah, there's no way me and you would.
We wouldn't have been mates, would we?
No way.
I do shit. That's actually true. It's impossible. There's no other situation where those two would be even, they wouldn't even be in the same circle. Wow. Well, that's actually a testament to the diversity of the media scene over there. To be honest, like if they can bring these three people together, through a radio show, that's pretty impressive, to be honest.
What were you up to?
You'd have been fascinated with him because you like the kids with the big head and the webbed feet.
Yeah, exactly. Though next to them, it's not that. He'd be knocking about with them, wouldn't he? That'd be. But no, he's straight.
I think we would be mates. Be mates. Because we'd bond. If we saw him, if he started, right, and he came through the door, right, with a big bow tie, right, we'd go, fuck me, what is this? And he'd go out there and go, hello, I'm Stephen Merchant. And we'd go, fucking hell. And the kids with the sort of webbed feet and the big heads at the back going, who's that stealing our fucking thunder? And we'd ignore them.
Yeah, but who would have been the one with all the porn mags? Would have been me. All right?
That's true.
Always a way of making friends at school.
Oh, God.
When you're also at school, not after the
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hold up. Why is everybody drinking? What is this? What is this supposed to be from? Like everybody's just drinking and chillaxing. It's like, was this like for like it looks like they're like backstage for a show or something. I don't know. It just looks like a different setting. It's not like they came in for an interview and then left. It feels like they did this on the side. But I don't know what they would be doing.
Oh, I'll tell you, this is the best fun I have, just being in the room with these two. It's not work, is it? It's not work. All I have to do is, I keep trying to get these things to do. Steve wants to do, like, proper things, like, oh, let's write something good, like The Office. Yeah. Karl goes, oh, let's not do anything. I've got some grouting to do. So, when something like this happens, it's good for me. This is fun. Thoughts, Karl?
It used to be. I think, but I get bored with things quite quickly anyway. I like to say, we've done that, move on. Whereas you keep going, let's do that, let's do this. We've done it. We're still talking about the kids with big heads. We first mentioned them in about 2006. They're still getting mentioned.
Yeah.
It's time to move on.
2006.
Wow. What do you think they think?
Wait a minute. Yeah, he's right. They mentioned... No, they didn't mention in 2006. What? Those kids, no, they mentioned it in the XFM, right? It wasn't 2006. It was way earlier than that. XFM was not 2006. It was 2002, 2003, like that, right? Wow. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, it's even worse. Like, jeez, they cannot move on. 2011 has been like a decade, and they can't move on. Wow. I love it when Karl makes a point. You know, like his point is valid. He's right. He's just right. I mean, like they need to move on from some subjects. They can't keep talking about the same things over and over. I mean, ironically, of course. I mean, that still is that. I don't know. Sometimes I think he's right. Sometimes I think maybe he's, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. We should track them down.
How we recognise them?
we could have one of those like safari trucks and like guns with leaping darts.
They'll be going in the water. They'll be going really fast because of the webbed feet, and we just see a big head pop up like that. They'll be one of the big five, won't they?
I don't know. Are you aware of the youngies? I just wondered. It might just be that their head is adult when they're young. I don't know if it's.
What do you mean? What?
Well, I've never seen an older person with this. I've never seen an old person gone, look at his head.
Right.
Whereas,
although people do say that to you. So do you think that their gestation period was 18 years and their body didn't grow, and that woman was going, I've been pregnant for 18 years, and they come out and they've got the body of an 18-year-old and the head of an 18-year-old, the body of a baby. Then it just grows and catches up.
Just because I haven't seen it, I don't know what it is. We've talked about it all this time, yet we've never actually found out what it is. It's just the kids with big heads and webbed hands.
Webbed hands? I thought it was webbed feet.
What?
And feet.
Hands and feet?
They must be amazing swimmers. Did they used to go swimming?
Probably.
Well, you didn't
when
see
they weren't fighting crime.
Karl, as a kid, the stories he tells of his mum and dad.
What is he doing?
Yeah, I like Squiffy Sound. I do like the
Hold
kids
up.
with...
What the? What is he doing? What is Karl doing? My God! I mean, I don't know what's going on. The vibe for this interview is different. Okay, it doesn't feel like they are. It feels like they're stressed. They look stressed, or like at least Karl looks really, really stressed. And maybe that's just his natural face at that point. But I don't know. It just feels like a different weird vibe.
With big heads and webbed feet. Now they were the same people, weren't they? There wasn't kids with big heads and kids with webbed feet.
No. Same.
Yeah, big heads, webbed feet. Brilliant. Who else was on?
Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy's good. She used to shoplift, didn't she?
Shoplift.
And she used to have her husband who she used to hit
This I
and put in the
remember.
basket.
Tricycle.
Yeah.
And used to talk to you through a mirror.
And this I remember as well.
It freaked me out.
Oh, she would hold a mirror and talk into it and then
to you
sort of...
through it in quick save. Yeah.
That is bizarre. Have you offered information to the illustrators to sort of make sure that they look?
No,
like
but when I saw it, it was pretty small.
Illustrators talking about the animated.
Did you ever ask me?
No, I don't know what she looks like, no. What was I doing hanging around Quicksave in 1983?
in Manchester?
Yeah.
No, but I just wondered whether you ever said, what was Miss Piggy like? I suppose the name says it all. It's like the Elephant Man. Kind of the starting point, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm particularly excited in this new series by the animated version of Karl's film I did, featuring Rebecca De Mornay.
The famous Clive Warren.
Famous actor Clive Warren.
It's amazing. That's one thing that they've really upped their game on. As I say, the animations themselves, the characters haven't changed. We like that existing in that bubble, and I like the fact that all these have already been done, and so Karl can never change. If he gets a hit on the head and he's suddenly wise, it doesn't matter because that Karl exists and captured in time. But what has changed is some of the direction. We were very careful with the first series. We didn't want to take away from the podcast. It's been downloaded hundreds of millions of times, and we were worried that people trying to add to the comedy might ruin it a little bit. So we were very careful. It was pretty straight. But this second series, they've really animated it so beautifully, and they've directed it like a movie, haven't they? They just do different things. They do different angles, and they go off of these flights of fancy.
It's just different, because I never, you know, really enjoy watching stuff back, because I know it all, hearing it all again. But it is like it's different. I've forgot stuff that's happened. Well, they've done something.
Now this will be a shock to some people. Karl is never enthusiastic about anything. Okay?
No, really?
And he's been watching this second series, where we get the animatics through, and then the final thing, and he's been laughing, which is pretty scary. Actually, the one time he laughed on a podcast is in the final episode of this series, and they had to guess what he looked like laughing. I mean, you can see it's weird, isn't it?
It is weird.
It's weird, because they're guessing he sort of goes like a little animated worm.
It's weird.
Yeah, because no one's ever seen you laugh, really, have they? I do. We laugh. You know, you laugh socially. And
What makes you laugh?
Things that you shouldn't laugh at.
Okay.
I remember I was doing an interview once, and I started laughing, and the bloke was like, are you laughing? I've never heard you laugh. I went, yeah. He said, what happened? And there was a woman. I was stood outside a hotel, because I was doing interviews in a hotel, and I couldn't get a signal, right? So I stood outside on the street talking to this bloke, and I started laughing. He said, what's going on? And I saw a woman. She was on the phone, pushing a pram, and she hit something. The baby fell out the pram. Now, the thing is, I know you can laugh at that, but it's because it shouldn't happen. And the way she just carried on talking, picked it up, shoved it back in, sort of as if it happens a lot. And that made me laugh. It's things like that. I know you shouldn't laugh, but I think it's that thing
That's good.
It's unexpected.
That's good.
And no one else saw it. I felt like it was just a little private thing for me to see.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
Things like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, injured babies. What's not?
No, but they're
like?
fairly relaxed, aren't they? They can. I don't think he cried.
My mate once, right, saw this fella at a disco, at a party, a wedding or something, right? And he was a fella in a wheelchair, and he was sort of on the dance floor dancing, and someone threw up down the back of him, right? And he said he was spinning round trying to look at it like a dog chasing his tail.
Oh, that's not good.
Jeez.
I thought that would catch you. If you'd seen it, you'd have laughed, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But he was holding a baby and he dropped it.
Yeah, that's good.
Isn't it you that said you sometimes think you'd like to slap a baby?
No.
No.
You did?
No, not slap.
it.
That makes it sound really bad. Just
What?
hit the back of its head. That's what I said.
Oh, God!
Why would you do that?
Smack.
No, it's just. I
Smack,
think
that's
it's that
all.
thing. It's the shape of the back of the baby's head. It's sort of. It's
Give me a
asking for it in
break.
way.
Yeah.
It's just. I just want to either squeeze it or, like I said to you with kittens, squeezing a kitten's head.
Yeah.
It's too hard.
Hold up. Does he know he is Karl Pilkington? Does he know that? Like, why is he talking about someone else's head that makes you want to slap it? And like, come on, give me a break. At this point, it probably took like a decade of abuse from Ricky. Like, give me a break. Are you telling me it's like you don't relate to someone else on the receiving end of their, head being, just abused?
It hurts it.
What?
Because it's so nice. It's like, oh, I want to. There's something there that I just want to.
Yeah.
I used to do it to my dog's head.
Yeah. And yet you won't feel your own testicles.
No.
You won't let anyone else feel them.
Well, if I'm not having a go, I'm not going to. That'd be all right.
Well, we might really enjoy pressing them like a puppy or a baby.
No.
Yeah.
I know it's serious, and I know that people should, but there's something. I don't know if I've got extra sensitive ones or. How to all this?
He had nothing to say. Okay, so I'll tell you what though. There was 1 second, just one split second, okay, when Steve asked him like, "What do you laugh at?" And Karl said things I shouldn't laugh at, and he gave Steve a look, and it was just. I was waiting for them to lock eyes for like 5 minutes, I thought they were just gonna look at each other silently. It's just, I don't know. I mean, things you're not supposed to laugh at. Well, I mean, in his book, that's like people with deformities and, you know, anybody who doesn't look exactly like him, which is everybody, you know, like, I don't know. I mean, it's true though, you rarely ever see him laugh. I've heard him laugh very rarely, you know, on the XFM. And I've heard him obviously on the animated, and yeah, I do remember. I kind of do remember in the animated him laughing, you know, and it was a completely different face that the animators made. It's just like it's not the best they can do, honestly. But I don't think that's his face, you know. I don't think that is actually what he looks like when he's laughing. I mean, I don't know. So, I guess that was it. I don't understand the vibe of this interview, but it's nice. I don't know why it's in black and white as well. It was black and white the whole thing. I thought it was gonna like switch to color at some point. It's like, okay, it's a black and white interview with Ricky, Karl, and Steve. I was like, why? Why is it black and white? I don't get it. Well, yeah. It is nice though. It's nice that I still have a few of these as well. You know, I do think I have like a few of these I haven't reacted to. Well, that's it. And I'm just happy that I actually, you know, I'm happy I still have a little bit of Karl content left like this, because the rest is going to be shows. I'm sure it's going to be, you know, more of the, what was it called? The Moaning of Life. It's going to be Sick of It. That's also his show, right? And maybe I think in another show as well. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot, but there are shows. This I like because it's more of a, you know, more of a down-to-earth thing with the three of them, which I miss, to be honest. But that's it for now. Until next time. Bye.